Hello, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Doing a surprise little live stream here. Yeah, we got the window back there. Yeah, I think we're okay. You don't need to see me. You don't need to see me. I don't know. I was just sitting around this morning going, it's rain. It just started raining here. We're probably going to have a wet afternoon. It's kind of chilly. And I just thought, let's just say hi to everybody. Let me think. If I turn the light on in the front, would that help? Yeah, that might help. Let's put some lights on here. Maybe that'll, yeah. Is that better? That's a little better. How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, it's kind of a crazy week, kind of crazy stuff going on. Just wanted to see how everyone's doing. Bring a little bit of amusement into your day. I know a lot of people are home today. They were saying on I was watching the traffic for Charlotte today on the TV this morning, and they said that the traffic's very light today because everyone's staying home. I don't know. So So I guess if you're all home, you're all probably watching YouTube, or a lot of you are. So just going to say hello today. We want to get everybody in a good mood. It's, you make the best of what you got. That's all you can do. Hey, Odds, no fear to trek. The Doxy's in town. Tim M, Noreen, nice to see you. I know you can't really see me. I'm trying to is this better? Let's try that. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And Cratchy's here. Yeah, he's here too.
Hi, everybody. It's Crossetty. I'm on duty 24/7. I never close my eyes.
All right, anyway. So, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get him to sit up there. Blah, blah. Oh, man. There he is. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good, isn't it? Anyway, how you doing, everybody? It's St. Patrick's Day. Is everybody in a festive mood today? You gonna go out and do the bar crawls tonight and party hardy? Are you? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Maximalist Minibus, I watched your video. I didn't get to see it till after I did my show today. Great video. Scary stuff there. Clear Ski. Yeah, Maximal's Minibus. Mary, I'm going to report on your video on my letters this afternoon, okay? The afternoon video. I didn't catch your video till early this morning after I'd already shot my regular show. But, yeah, that was pretty scary. She broke down and had to have some brake work done and needed to park in the parking lot of a repair shop. And in the middle of the night, somebody was breaking into the back of her vehicle. She's in a bus. And scary, really scary stuff there. And, wow. And I'll let you, watch her video, Maximalist Minibus. She's got a great channel. And, the guy actually, she stunned the guy. She just jumped up and opened the, and what the F are you doing? And the guy, is what did she call him? A tweaker? Anyway, he ended up stealing a yoga mat. He ran away with a yoga mat. So she only lost her yoga mat, but it scared her pretty much. But a good video there from Mary there of Maximalist Minibus. No bar crawls. Everything is closed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Where's my green? Oh, the camo pants. Got my camo pants on. Always wear my green. My family was Protestant Irish, okay? They were not Catholic Irish. So they ended up coming over to America to escape the religious intolerance of Ireland. I've got a lot of my mom's family is very Irish. My dad is more English, Welsh, and German, but my mom's family is quite Irish. And they all their colors were orange. The Orange Men. They were the Protestant Irish, the ones that are up in Northern Ireland. All bars and restaurants are closed in Minnesota as of 5 o'clock tonight, Betty says. Yes, Maryland, D.C. area, they're doing that over there too. Here, no, we haven't had the draconian stuff here in Western North Carolina. I I think a number of the restaurants just have voluntarily closed their dining rooms, but they're still doing takeout and drive-through. You can drive up, take out, whatever. I know the Chick-fil-A is doing that. They can't eat in the restaurant, but if you want to go in and make an order, or if you want to call ahead, or if you want to just drive through, that's all fine. So, we need to support the economy. It's going to be really scary. We don't want, we want everybody to be safe, but at the same time, we don't want all these nice local restaurants to go out of business, I mean, a lot of them operate on shoestrings, and if they have a couple months where they lose business, they may not come back when this is all over, Okay, I already kind of told them, all right? Maximal's minibus. Don't tell everybody. Well, that's 40. I'll get you some people to watch. There's some other stuff that happens in it too. You get to find out about her brakes. Man, all the kooky stuff with her brakes, man. The guy just walks in and shows this big hunk of weird plastic. This fell out of your brake. It's like, what the heck is that? My brother and nephew have an Irish band, and they're doing a live stream. Well, good. Well, everything's safe on the streams are safe, okay? The streams are safe. That's right. You want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Money is green. Money is green, yeah. Yes, it's Saturday. Yeah, it feels like a Saturday, doesn't it? I'm sitting here this morning. I was going to go out and do some stuff, and I went, I don't feel like, going over to the Walmart. I did that yesterday, and our Walmart is picked over, but it's okay, the TP aisle is out completely, and the paper towels are down to a minimum. And this was Monday morning, so they were picked over from the weekend. But they still had food, and they had, it wasn't a lot, you had to, okay, that my favorite TV dinner isn't available. I have to buy this one instead. The kind of bread I like to get, the cheap stuff isn't available. So you have to buy the more expensive organic bread, but whatever. Yeah. Hey, Diana SFNG, how are you doing? Sandy J Edmonds here. Have you been working these past few weeks? B in Athens, they actually have a couple of corona cases in Athens now, and the town is on a curfew, and the hospital's on a level 3 lockdown. So I'm really, it's really scary down in Athens. Right here in where I am, which is called Burke County, North Carolina, we have no cases here or any of the surrounding counties. But I mean, that's just confirmed. There are probably people that have it. Charlotte has a few cases, and over by Raleigh, Wake County has a couple of cases. So I think North Carolina is about 40 or 50 so far, but they're doing a pretty good job. They closed the schools. The city government here is, parks are, I don't know. It seems funny why the parks aren't actually closed, but the park facilities are closed. Okay. So, the restrooms and whatever facilities are there are closed, but you can still go in the parks. So I think that's a good thing to do if you're healthy. Get out and get some exercise. Go out and breathe some fresh air, get some exercise. It reduces your stress level. It's a good thing to do, but don't hang out in a big crowd of people. Dave, you need to review that TP video I sent you. It was hilarious. Yes, number of people have sent me toilet paper videos. Again, there was Almost Happy Camper did a really good video this morning, or his live stream last night. He said, what is the point of toilet paper hoarding? It makes absolutely no sense. And you see people, last week I'm seeing people at the Walmart with their carts full of things of toilet paper. I don't know, unless they're thinking of selling it, okay, we're gonna have the shortage now, and I can go around to my neighbors and sell them a thing of toilet paper for $75 or something. Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it? But even if there's no toilet paper, there are other ways to get around. See if you can find some recycled newspapers. That's always good. Paper towels will work, but you don't want to flush them. Stuff like that. Go in the shower after you do your business, jump in the shower and scrub up down there. I don't know, there's ways of getting around it. I don't know, and how much toilet paper do you really go, you don't need a lot. I mean, again, I don't have a big family living with me, but, if you have a lot of kids and stuff, you probably go through a lot of toilet paper pretty quick, right? Hey, traveling granny, nice to see you here. Yeah, Maxwell's me. Yeah, come out, find out about our breaks. No, she does get broken into. Hey, Hillbilly Tech, the panic shopping is doing more damage than the virus. Yes, and that's another thing. If you're going to close the restaurants, close them all. Well, then, okay, that's one less place where people can get food. So where do they now have to rely more heavily on buying food at the grocery store, at the Walmart. They can't go out for lunch or dinner. So now there's going to be more pressure and more hoarding at grocery stores and stuff like that. Is that a smart thing? I totally agree with closing dining rooms. I think that's a great idea. You don't want a whole bunch of, you don't know who's been sitting at the table before you, and can they really, deviral it? They probably can't. So that's a good idea. But I think just simply saying all the restaurants have to close is stupid. And the other thing is the fast foods. Most of their business probably already is drive-through or takeout. So, that just takes the pressure off grocery stores and stuff, So I don't know. I'm thinking some of these politicians are just reacting knee-jerk. I mean, they said in North Carolina they're closing the interstate welcome stations, Now the restrooms will remain open, thank goodness. So if you got to pee while you're on the road, at least you can do that. They're not closing that. But why close that? What's the point? There's no big crowd in there. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think as this shakes out a little bit, people will come to their common sense and realize, I don't know. People are just kind of panicking. And the other thing too is this whole thing with the social media. People spread rumors on the social media. Oh, there's a toilet. I said that if there's a pickle shortage, people are going to go out and hoard pickles. In my state has 0 cases so far. The only state that has reported no cases, confirmed cases of Andrew is West Virginia. I don't think there have been any confirmed cases of the virus in West Virginia. I don't know about Alaska and Hawaii. I haven't seen the stats for them. I would think Hawaii would have a couple probably because of their connections with the Far East, with Japan and stuff, but I don't know. You can use, it's not really a good time of the year for leaves because the trees aren't really out yet if you want to use leaves for toilet paper. Yeah, I don't know. Do not use poison ivy. That's right. That'll make you very, very miserable. Hey, Dumonic, nice to see you. I'm still out of work you're out of work till the shutdown's over, Dumonic. Wow. I thought you worked at a radio station. Don't they still need people at the radio station to do things? I don't know. Michigander man, it's crazy at my work. I work at Walmart and the shelves are bare. Michigan is going nuts. Man. Robert the Traveler, when people hoard stuff, they feel some control of the situation. Yeah, I guess so. They feel like they're losing control, and so they go out and they just buy a lot of stuff. And I guess that makes you feel a little better. I don't know. Most of us could probably use a little less food these days, Yeah, I don't. Our Dale, toilet paper is for the one guy that coughs in public, and then 10 people have to run to the bathroom because they're. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's right. You got more time to watch YouTube now, right? Moose Knuckle, I said it before and I'll say it again. It's all about liability and lawsuits. I think that's a very good point too. We're in a very litigious situation in our country today, and everyone's worried like, you didn't do the proper virus protection stuff at your restaurant and I got coronavirus there, so I'm suing you. That's a very good point. I don't know. Would that hold up in court during a influenza outbreak? I don't know, but it's certainly something people are worried about, right? Getting sued, right? You didn't do the proper thing, right? You were in West Virginia. Well, good. Now, Western Virginia, Western North Carolina, West Virginia, we're all kind of the same group there. So I think the mountains are some sort of protection. I think the fact that it's more rural, I think if you're in a rural area, you're safer because there's just less human contact, okay? This is a small town. We're 75 miles northwest of Charlotte. There isn't a lot of, it's not as crowded. When you have the virus and you get into a crowded situation, a lot of people around, yes, you have a much more environment for it spreading. We're all in a pickle. That's right. Hey, Bruce, Bus Grease Monkey. If someone has a cart full of toilet paper, just cough on his cart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can I take my toilet? Take it. I don't want it. I'm telling you, that's a way to get, if you're in a store and there's a long line, just start coughing and everybody will get out of here, get over to the front of the line and get out of here. Mark H., when I was in Costco Saturday, someone sneezed and it was like a firecracker. Oh my goodness, all conversation stopped. Oh my goodness. It's virus. It's not virus time, it's allergy time, especially in the South right now. The trees are popping, the flowers are coming up, the grass is starting to grow. I get sneezies all the time, I wake up every morning with like a scratchy throat and I'm going, is this the day? And I get better as the day goes on because, it's allergies, I don't know. Dumonic's in a small town too, so I doubt the virus will ever be a problem here. Yeah. I think if you're in a small town, you're in a much better situation, again, because there's fewer people around. You're not near a major airport. Those things seem to have been, at least in the early days of this, where if you look where major airports are, that especially with international flights, that's where we're seeing cases pop up now. China says the infections are dropping. Yes, I was watching that on the news last night. They've actually reached their peak. They said there will be a peak and then you go on the downside. And that's going to happen here too. They're just saying, when is the peak going to be? It could be in April. It might even be May or something. I don't know. But again, if people are being really proactive, really taking, especially in major metropolitan areas, big cities, really taking, proactive, I think everything will be fine. Again, it won't everything be fine, but it certainly won't be as bad as what some people are predicting. Hi from Ireland, Dave. All shut down here except food stores. Oh no, you mean the pubs are the pubs shut down? That's sad. That's really sad. St. Patrick's Day, man. Do you think there's going to declare martial law? Yeah, Trump is going to declare martial law and then he's going to make himself president for life. Yeah. Like Ferdinand, remember Ferdinand Marcos down there in the Philippines? That's what he did. I just said, well, I'm martial law and I'm the president forever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can tell you one thing. The one thing we don't need, but it's going to happen on top of everything, is this economy. The whole stock market, again, it looks like it's going down. It had a little jump today, and then it's back down again. We're going to be going below 20,000 pretty soon. A lot of people are losing a lot of money, and I don't know. We need to balance everything, We need to make people safe, but at the same time, we can't shut every business down and kill off a lot of small businesses. That's going to be really bad. Korean beef, cabbage, and red potatoes. All right, Calamity Joe. Good. All food stores are closed just so they can actually get stock. Hillbilly Tech writes. I noticed a lot of the stores now are not, they're 24-hour stores like the Walmarts around here. They're now doing like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. so they can stock overnight so they don't have customers, and they can also disinfect. They have those fogger machines and stuff like that. So a good time to go to the grocery store or the Walmart is probably first thing in the morning, because they've just disinfected the place and there's not too many other people that have been there. Viruses do not do well in heat and humidity. Yeah, I think so. I really think that we're going to probably peak sometime in April. And then when we start really getting into summer, things will clear up pretty quickly. I don't know. It is an interesting time, isn't it? All schools are closed for 2 weeks since Monday, and here in Quebec, Manitoba, and New Brunswick. Yeah, they've closed the schools for at least 2 weeks here in North Carolina too. Most of the eastern states have done that. I don't know about out west. Up and down market all morning. Yeah, I live in the Philippines. I know how to sing the national anthem. What is it? The national anthem of the Philippines or America? We can all, every night at 9 o'clock, we can stick our heads out the window and sing the Star Spangled Banner. Yeah. Oh, say, I may do that tonight, 9 o'clock. Oh, say, and maybe I'll hear a couple other people. I don't know. When is the Gus Crotchy meetup? Yeah, I don't know. I got to get down. When the virus scare ends, well, I'll get down to Dallas, or at least East Texas there, where Art of RVing is Mark there, and we'll get together and get Crotchy and Gus together. We need to do that. Yeah, Michigan, man. Same thing here. Then Walmarts are not open all night anymore. But again, you know, who shops in a Walmart at 3 a.m.? I don't know. I've never done that. I probably need to do it once in a while. If you lose your job here in Ireland, you get 203 euros for every 6 weeks from the government. Well, good. That's something, isn't it? Now, some people have some insurance like that over here, but a lot of people, you know, if you work for a small business, a restaurant, if you're a YouTube creator, I don't know, you know, I'm still getting paid by YouTube though. YouTube has, now what if YouTube shuts down? I got a very interesting video, a message from YouTube yesterday. They said that they're staffing at YouTube I guess out in San Bruno, out in California, where their headquarters is. They're cutting that back, letting people stay home longer and work from home. And they said there will be fewer people to review videos and stuff like that. So they said what happens is you get a video and then one of their bots will like demonetize it or try to strike it because of your content. And then you have to appeal, and then a human being has to watch your video. They said there are fewer people to watch your videos now. So they said that, you know, again, YouTube has never been known for reaching human beings and dealing with anything. So it's going to get even worse. Blue Wave Odyssey. How are you doing? Are you still down in Florida? Yeah, they got number of states have already hit 100 cases, and Florida just did. So Florida, Georgia, of course, New York and California are the big places right now, and of course Washington State, right? Hey Frank, good morning to Frank Costello in Utica, New York. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't think the virus is communicable on YouTube. They have nobody, and they also said on the news this morning that you don't have to worry about your dogs, because dogs, they said they've not had one confirmed corona case in a dog. So don't worry about it. If you do get sick, you know you can still have your doggies come up and lick you. I give a thumbs up to today's videos as soon as I start watching them. Thank you, Betty. Yeah, it was very fun. I was having a lot of memories of last year and all the fun we had in Athens, Georgia with Barb, and Betty came by to visit. It was a lot of fun. That's right. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Oh, Blue Wave. Where are you in Florida now? You're over on the West Coast. Yeah, well, 3 cases is not a lot, you know. I mean, when you get the regular flu, there may be thousands of cases in your county, and you still don't necessarily get it. So I think if everyone just takes care, washes their hands, social distancing, you know, I've been taking like daily showers now. I change my clothes every day and take a good soapy shower. I do mouthwash a couple times a day just to kind of, you know, I think just staying clean. I think getting out and getting some exercise is a good thing. Keep yourself, you know, you don't want to get depressed and down. You can take the saran wrap off my iPad, Eileen. Yeah, I do that when I go into a store. I take one of the hand sanitizer things. All the stores have them now, and I'll wipe down my phone with it. Yeah, I do that. And I gotta be really careful too, because when I go into stores, I'm still putting things down on surfaces. I went into the burrito place the other day just to do a takeout, and then I'm getting my wallet out to get the money out, and then I went to get my change, and I put the wallet down on the surface there, and yeah, so yeah, it's just I'm like, no, don't do that. You know, you don't know who's coughed on that surface. Do I disinfect Little Adam? I do have a bottle of hand sanitizer in Little Adam, but you spray some Lysol in there, right? Yeah. Do I ever wash that cup? I did actually the other day. Yeah. It needs a good scrubbing, but it's just tea stains. Doesn't hurt. I thought I had bought furniture before, but I thought we might be quarantined before it can even be delivered on Friday. It's all kind of crazy. I haven't had any heard of any problems of anyone getting deliveries or anything. You know, I have a couple things I've ordered on Amazon and stuff, and so far so good. No problems with the mail delivery. Although the mailroom here, yeah, you know, you live in an apartment building, and to get down to the mailroom, you have to go either take the elevator and press the buttons, or you have to go down the stairs, and there's a couple of doors. So yeah, there's about 2 or 3 doors you have to touch just to get out of the building, and you're kind of you just keep your hands clean. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody in the building coughing or anything, so I think we're okay. But we are getting some rain here, and I think it's going to rain all afternoon from the looks of the weather radar. New York State is now making hand sanitizer. Really? They're actually making it, huh? Andrew Cuomo there's he's been a good governor. I like Andrew Cuomo. I think he's got a few big points on him. They really quarantined New Rochelle there really quickly like they should have done. That was a good thing. I think he's been a very active, some of the governors have been more laid back than others, but Andrew has been right on point. I think if you live in New York, he's a good governor. Let's see does the germ like Andrew Cuomo? I don't know. We have to know. Yoda Doug's tool collecting channel. Do you? Oh no, RV dog. Yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of the maps you see don't actually tell you which part of the states the infections are coming from. They now just put a dot on the state or something like that. Sheboygan storm searching surgent. Wow, squeaky RV sales. Amazon looking to hire 100,000 people. Really? What are they going to be doing? No, Ox, that Ox too. I haven't gotten around to blocking you yet. I see you there. I've never said anything bad about Ox. Okay, I know Ox has been feuding with a lot of people lately, and I've always liked Ox. I've never said anything bad about him. So why do you get mad at me? I don't say anything bad about Billy. I don't say anything bad about Ox, and everybody gets they get mad at me because I guess I like to associate with everybody. So I don't know. Katie Ray, how's everything in Massachusetts? Has got some cases. Yeah, stay safe up there. Is Andrew Cuomo giving a news conference? Yeah, I remember. I'm old enough to remember his dad as governor. I'm that old. Mario, remember Mario Cuomo? There was talk he might run for president. I think he tried a couple times, but he didn't really make it too far. I like Andrew Cuomo a lot. I mean, maybe in this year, no, but maybe in 2024 he might run. I don't know, unless Joe Biden is running for re-election, which could happen. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think Trump's re-election is very much dependent on the stock market. I really do. I think if the stock market tanks and stays down, I think he's going to be in very big trouble. Elvis Travels is coughing and sweating a lot on his recent videos. But Patty, doesn't he always do that? He's kind of a big sweaty guy, isn't he? Michigander man, I bet Grubhub and all those delivery services are going to get tons of money. Yes, there's always somebody that manages to make money during a crisis. And I think the food delivery services are probably going to do very well. What kind of vodka do I have? I get this stuff called Bowman's. It's, I think, made in Tennessee or something. It's very good vodka. It's not expensive. Did I block Ox? No, I haven't blocked Ox. Yes, so far he hasn't said anything bad. I don't know. Back orders from the virus, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Janice, hey, all this old Boyd stuff is before my time. Yeah, well, I try to touch upon it every now and then, but we don't dwell on it. $250, lots of food of 7 for my family. Yeah. I feel sorry for the folks. I do feel sorry for the folks that have a lot of kids around, and your kid, that snow day feeling when the kids stay home from school. And then, you think, okay, I wish they'd just get back to school the next day. If you got mom and dad home, working at home, they're off in their bedrooms or something with their computers. And then you got the kids watching the TV's probably on full blast on the kids networks and stuff. That's okay for a day or two, but you got to start losing your mind after a few days of the kids around. And then if the parks are closed, you can't go to Chuck E. Cheese, you can't take them out to the movies. What do? It's going to be crazy. People are going to be going stir crazy by middle of next week. Do I use vodka as a sanitizer? Again, we can't, there's no guarantee that vodka will kill a virus, but it can't hurt, right? And I do not actually do, if I'm pouring a vodka drink and I get it a little on my hands, I will do this sometimes. Yeah. Just to kind of, but I don't know. Again, I think cleanliness is important. Just general cleanliness. Wash your hands. Take a shower every day. Keep clean clothes on. Don't wear dirty clothes from the previous day because you don't know if there's something on them. That kind of thing I think is a good thing. Hey, Boy Scouts, did you hear about the kid in a painting suit? Yes. Yes, we did mention that. Who was that? Somebody on my morning show was talking. Oh, Rosie was talking about that. He dressed up in like a hazmat suit and then was running around a Walmart or something with a spray bottle. Yeah, that's not going to go over very well, right? Oh my, Trump was tested and results were negative. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you haven't been exposed. Sometimes it could take 2 or 3 weeks for the virus to show up. So he needs to be retested. You can, if you're exposed to somebody that has it and then you get tested, you may still have the virus developing in you. And it could be another week or two before he tests positive if he did contact it from someone else, right? 2 parts isopropyl, 1 part aloe vera. That's not a bad idea, Patty. Yeah, for a little kind of a spray or something like that. Yeah, the press is giving Cuomo and De Blasio a bit of a hard time. Yesterday, De Blasio told them off in his briefing, "I don't know what people expect. They're doing best in a bad situation." Yeah. Oh, anyway, has Bob started to sell his autographed poop buckets yet? Man, 160 confirmed cases in Colorado, and yeah, that's 24 in the county you live in. I'd be very careful, Coley. Again, where you have those big international airports, it seems like that's where we have a lot of the cases, at least so far. Denver, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., New York City, Chicago, because you got a lot of those international flights coming in and people coming back from China, coming back from Europe, coming back from cruises. Yeah, I think those are where you really have to watch. Yeah, China reporting 56,000 recovered so far. Yeah, people are getting over it. Again, they say that about 85% of the people that get it will not need any medical attention. They'll just recover on their own, especially folks that are younger. Kids apparently just show a few minor symptoms. It's like every other flu. The old people, the people that have other underlying medical problems are the ones you got to watch out for. I think one of the best things they're doing now is locking down the nursing homes and assisted living places. That's an excellent idea. They had 100-year-old grandma. She had her 100th birthday, and the families all gathered outside the window, and they're looking. She's inside. And that's the way to do it. You can't let 100-year-old granny get any, because even a cold, even if I remember when I was a kid, my great grandmother was in the nursing home and we would go to visit her. And even if you had a cold, don't go to the nursing home because a cold can really knock those people out. Yeah. Total confirmed cases, 185,000. I'm sure there are many, there are probably like 1,185,000 cases of it. If you don't, because people can't get tested. Barb was saying people were coming into her ER with, flu symptoms and they couldn't test anybody. They don't have enough tests. So they just said, go home and, do the precautions, quarantine yourself. And if you get to the point where you're really having serious trouble breathing, then, maybe we'll admit you, but they can't even, I guess they do need to do the testing so that people can at least be confident they either have it or they don't. If anybody, people come down with the flu a lot right now, and you don't know do I have it? Do I not? Is it a cold? Everybody coming down with a sore throat and a cough is wondering, do I have it? Herd immunity. Yeah, I heard people talking about herd immunity, no fear to track. I really have to do some research on what that is. Herd immunity. Well, I guess if you have more people, it is true. If you have more people in a population that have immunity to something, there's less chance of it being spread through the community, right? So, so yeah. So if you're in a community of 10 people, a group of 10 people, and 7 of them already have immunity to the virus, there's less chance that who doesn't have immunity will get it because 7 of the people can't spread it. That's probably very true. And it will get that way. That's how viruses work. You start to get more and more people that have gotten it, get over it, and there's fewer people now that can spread it, and then the curve goes down. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure, Patty. Pennsylvania, the governor shut down all the liquor stores in the Philadelphia area. So I don't know what you can still order your booze online in Pennsylvania, apparently, but I don't know. I can understand shutting down the bars, but shutting down the liquor stores doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think some people need a little bit of, you got to have a little bit of fun in your day with all this bad news going on, I mean, if everything's shut down, the movies, that you got to be able to do something. Having a couple of drinks, is harmless enough. And honestly, to be honest with you, I think probably having a couple shots of vodka, you might have a couple little virus germs in your mouth or down in your throat. And, it might do something, maybe, I don't know. We're not going to spread any, there's no cure, but it can't hurt, can it? Woo through poo. China's been shut down for months. Do you think it's going to be different here? No, I think we're probably going to have pretty much the same thing over here. There's a lot of talk about maybe blocking, like closing down a state where you can't cross the borders. I don't think we're going to get that bad. But, plus then if you do that, then how do trucks bring all the supplies on the interstate highways, I don't know. The governor strongly urged for a shutdown of non-essential businesses. Dumonic. Yeah. And then again, what do you decide? You don't want to kill off the economy at the same time, non-essential. Yeah. I know places like Italy, they only have the banks, the grocery stores, and the pharmacies staying open, which makes sense, but and again, you're talking about in Italy, a very highly densely populated place. Is that true all over Italy, or is that just true in that affected area? Because there are places in southern Italy that I don't think have as many cases. I don't know. Someone mentioned Nomadic Fanatic in the comments has been going around since November, that he could have had it when he was sick back then. Janice, a number of people have mentioned that. A number of people said that they were very sick with the flu back in the late fall. And they're wondering if there wasn't some sort of a wave of stuff like that coming through. I don't know. It's a good question. That maybe there were some cases here that weren't noticed. And, I was with Barb last year in April and May, and she got this really nasty epizootica from the hospital, obviously. And she was sick for 2 months. And then I came back from Florida. And I got it too. And I was, it was a good month and a half before I completely got over that. It was very much a respiratory thing. And I never heard of any virus, going around, but something, was going around that hospital and people were getting sick from it. And again, a lot of times you get a bug and you just, go to bed for a couple of days and you don't know what it is. Oh, Frank. Yeah, Frank's got to be real careful because he's got his chemotherapy and stuff and some other issues. And you got to quarantine at home, Frank. Do not go out for anything except, of course, your medical treatments. Wow. Hey, this old stoner, Eileen. Who else is here? Michigander man, Sunny Girl. Yeah, Sunny Girl's she's got to self-quarantine too. That's right. Some of us people have to just stay at home and watch YouTube. Shop for food online at Walmart, then pick it up for free. That's also a very good idea, Patty. You can do that at a number of grocery stores. You can go online, make out your order, and then they have it ready for you, and you go out in the parking lot and call them up, and they bring it out to you. That's a very good idea for shopping too. Or the home delivery. A lot of people do the home delivery stuff. It's a little more expensive, but that's a good idea. Very much. Are you bored, Aloha MD? Oh, I'm sorry. Just seeing how everybody's doing this morning. I'm going to stay on here too long. It's almost lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. Gus and Crotchy, The Art of RVing. Yeah, Mark's a really cool guy. He runs a channel called The Art of RVing. Check him out. He does a live stream, I think, Thursday nights at 9:00 Eastern time. Is this just nature's way to thin the herd? I don't know. Nature can be very cruel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's, mankind has been around for, Lord Almighty. We've had viruses, in human civilization or the entire time we've been around. All those, remember that, it's before the day of the airplane and air flights and all that, way back then when you would have these native populations in North and South America, and then the Spanish conquistadors and the Europeans would come over and they would bring all these viruses that have never been seen by the people in the native North and South America at the time, and then they would all die. Today it's a little different kind of a world. It's like without airplane travel, this virus would have just stayed in China. It wouldn't have come all over the place. I don't know. We got to do something about that. It's a very dangerous world with viruses and stuff like that. With all the airplane travel we have now, there needs to be some sort of way of making sure that we don't get viruses, traveling that way. But you get a virus in China, and 2 months later, it's all over the world. And it's because of international air travel. They can take my corona, they can take my Ebola, but please don't take my toilet paper away. Yeah, confiscating it, right? J. Edmond, go to the store early morning, less people. That's a very good idea. If the Walmart opens at 6 now, go, right away. Go at 6 o'clock, 6:30 or something. Get in there before everybody's come in and coughed or whatever. I think that's a very good idea. Plus, they're now, wiping down all the surfaces and stuff. So your chances of getting something are much less if you get in the store early. I think that's a very good idea. Get someplace, whatever store you're going to, go there right is relatively early in the morning when they open. Good idea. I'll be going live later today around 4:30. All right, Michigander man, I will probably be watching. Jude from Southern Ontario. Yeah, I noticed Canada's doing pretty well. They don't have nearly as many cases as some of the other developed countries. But again, you're a big country with a lot of land, and you can probably just go out to some area and stay away from everybody. Yeah, we're also curious about how the nomads are dealing with it. I think a lot of them are just hunkered down right now. They're not really traveling much. They don't know quite where to go. Eric's kind of a nomadic fanatic's been down in Texas, stuff like that. Yes, the Walmart here closes for 10 hours to clean every day, right? Yeah, they're doing that all over the place, Bob. Hey, Bailey, how are you? Yeah, go right when the store opens. Because, yeah, I think that's probably a better thing. Or a restaurant, if they still have restaurants open where you are, go right when they're open in the morning, Yeah, the old stoned. I worry very much about people like Barb, the lady I was living with in Athens. She's a nurse at the ER, and she was talking about how, they're really scared there, and they're, the hospital doesn't have enough masks, and they don't have the proper masks, and they're still trying to develop all their procedures. They people coming into the ER that are coughing, and they don't know what kind of flu, if they have the flu or not. They don't. One of the big thing right now is they don't have enough of these tests to go around. People are coming in and they can't tell them. They can't say you have corona, you don't have corona. They come into the hospital thinking, I'll get at least diagnosed with it, and they can't tell you one way or the other. They send you home. They say, look, if you don't need to be hospitalized, go home and just self-quarantine, and you don't even know whether you have it. So we need to have more of the testing, at least, the drive-through things where if you got a bad cold or something, you can at least get your throat swabbed and find out in a couple of days whether you got it. At least and then you can, and if you don't have it, then you can maybe rest a little easier. No, your test came back negative, which is probably what most of the tests are going to do. I think they said like 14, when they do these overall testing things, something like 14 or 15% actually come back positive. So, 85% probably are just people with a cough, with a cold or something, Canada's going to get worse. Yeah, again, it's going to spread in the cities, Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal, but that's just going to happen because people are so much closer together. New York is too close to comfort for me, just over the border. Oh no, I don't think you're going to find too much of it up in northern New York though. But I don't know. Cuomo says they need more doctors like MASH, and yeah, well, I don't know. I think they're worried about, as they say, the mitigation, have a slower infection rate if they can't stop it. Then it doesn't put as much strain on the hospitals. If all of a sudden you have a spike of people, and I think that's part of the problem with Italy. Italy has a lot of older folks living there. They have a very old population. They have a very urban population up in the north, and they had such an incredible spike of cases that they just could not give people adequate treatment, And that was a big reason, I think, and then China too, for the reason that you saw so many deaths there. I think, if they can spread it out, and at least if they can give you good medical care, if you're one of those 15% of people that really needs to go get medical care because you get one of these viruses, I think then you're going to get better care and a much better chance of surviving. The fact is, if the hospital gets overwhelmed with a big surge of cases, then it's going to be yeah, it's not good for them, and I think that's probably what we're learning from the Italian thing. It's interesting too. You look at South Korea has a lot of cases, and Japan doesn't. Japan has some cases, but not nearly as much as South Korea. And they're two very similar societies. And you just have to say Japan is doing a much better job of social distancing and quarantining and stuff like that. And I think it'll be proven in the United States overall that, now that we're getting on board with all this stuff, I think things will start to get better. But it's going to be a while before the virus peaks. Lou masks on sale at eBay for $100. Yeah, the Lou mask, the full face Lou mask. Yeah, that's not going to do you any good. Where is Lou, by the way? Hey, Count Yorga, how are you doing? He's staying safe down there in Richmond, Virginia, huh? Man, it's incredible with Italy and Iran. I wouldn't really have guessed those two countries would be the first ones. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess it's some air travelers, people coming in from China. I don't know. And then the society was not ramped up to prepare for a wave of cases. I just don't know. That is kind of scary, isn't it? And again, you're going to have that case, in the densely populated areas, microbial and keeps people away. Yes. I'm in Washington State. Yeah, and again, Bob's Adventure, a nursing home was ground zero for it, which was really bad. That's why it's a good idea they're locking down all the nursing homes and stuff. That's a very good idea. Yeah, and again, who wants to go to the doctors, sit in that waiting room? Oh, no. Yes, Frank Costello, he was telling me how he has a cabin up in a place called Russia, New York. I was looking at that on the map there. It's kind of in the Adirondacks there, yeah. Count Yorga, quarantined at Ice Station Zebra, quarantined with a cat. We have two cases in your county. That's right. Oh my goodness. Well, still, again, that's, two cases confirmed, but there's probably a lot more that are unconfirmed. So yeah. For North Carolina has about 40 confirmed cases. Most are in the cities, Charlotte, Raleigh. We're so far in Western North Carolina, there's been, not too much here yet. So, so far, so good. Hopefully we can keep it that way. Ohio is releasing hundreds of prisoners from jail. Oh dear. Well, I don't know. Again, that if they're, it's like a nursing home, though. If the prisoners are being kept in the facility and they don't have any visitors, I don't know. They might actually be better there. Yeah, 30. That's about 39 or 40 right now. It's been pretty stable the last week, too, with a couple new ones, but we're not seeing a big surge like New York is and other places are. Holy hope, my grandparents went through 2 world wars, Spanish flu of 1918, and a Great Depression. I consider myself lucky. And, of course, with the wars, yeah, you look at Europe. I mean, Jesus C. I mean, World War I, World War II. Oh, my gosh, everything, yeah. I've just seen Dave's shirt in the sky. The sky is falling. That's right. The only flu you can catch, the butt flu. I'm a prepper. He's a prepper. Yeah, it's a good one. There's the Dr. Pepper song. Wouldn't you love to be a prepper too? They should do a public service announcement. That's not a bad idea. That old Dr. Pepper song. Then they can show you with your, your gloves and your mask. I'm a prepper. They should do that. Put a little humor into this, Dave, you should take your temperature at the start of each video. Yeah. I honestly think I am unprepared. I do not have a thermometer. I don't have one. Now in the mail, I'm going to get 20 of them. No, you don't need to send me your thermometers, but I don't think it's one thing I do not have. My friend Greg, he might have one. But I do not. I can tell if I have a fever. I know it. I'm pretty good. You get that stiff neck and the headache. So I am unprepared on that aspect. Maybe I should run out to the drugstore and get if they have any. They're probably all out of thermometers, right? I bet you the NyQuil flu severe stuff is all gone. I'm sure that's all gone right now. Roland Redux. Yeah. Hey, Roland, how are you? I'm not noticing Bear stores. I think the stores, that they're stocking up. The Walmarts and the grocery stores, the Food Lion, which we have a lot of around here, they're pretty good. Again, the toilet paper and the toilet paper aisle is really decimated. But as far as general food supplies stocks, they seem to be okay. I mean, you're not going to find if you go in for a certain brand of type of bread or something, they may not have that, but you might have to go for another type of bread or can't go, that certain kind of dinner you like, they may not have that. But for the most part, they seem to be doing a pretty good job, at least here. And again, we're in a rural area, so we don't have a lot of that city panic that we're seeing. I noticed in Northern Virginia, watching some of the local newscasts up in Northern Virginia, DC area, they're really running on the stores and panicking up there. Before kids, I don't have a thermometer either. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I should see if I can look around and find one. Get the thermometer with the red tip. Yeah. Oh man. Just those little temporal ones are good. I don't like sticking the damn thing under my tongue. Ugh. 120 lurking. That's right. Hey, the Doxinator. Yeah, Doxinator just got over a bad cold. So I think he's doing better today, right? He says he always gets his spring cold. I was just curious. Oh my goodness. They do have a couple cases though there were at least one or two cases in Doxinator's hometown there in South Carolina. So he should be home quarantined. Absolutely. Do not go out. He said his wife though went to the store at 6 a.m. this morning to buy some stuff. I don't know. But again, if you got to go to the store, I guess that's a good time to do it. I just had a baby granddaughter a few days ago before all this started. So yeah, I'd be worried too. But they say that kids are, again, a baby. Yeah, you probably would want to take some real precautions with an infant. But little kids they say are having they get it, and they have a few sniffles and they're over it. So I don't know. They sell the laser temp guns at auto parts stores. That's a good idea. The other thing they said, was if you're looking for stuff like hand sanitizer and some of the few flu stuff and even toilet paper, the best places to go are these little mercados. Do you have some of those in your town? We have quite a few of them here, little Spanish markets all over town. There's a little old 7-Eleven that closed down the street, and they have a little mercado there. They say go in those places because they aren't being raided by all the crazy hoarders. So if you go in there and you might find some toilet paper and you might find some hand sanitizer and stuff. I noticed we have a little health food store around the back of the building here, and they have a very nice supply of. They haven't been hoarded. They're expensive. You can buy a TV. They have those Amy's bowls you can buy for $3 at Walmart. They're $6 here, but they still have a pile of them. So anyway, and they've never been out of TP. Every time I've gone in they have them sell them by one at the time, and they're like $2 a roll. But they have never been out of the TP over there. So gee, my entire comments are polite and they get censored. Why, Mo? I don't know, Mo. I haven't censored anything. I don't know. YouTube does this automatic thing. If you have certain words in your comment, it'll just go into an automatic. It gets flagged or something. A thermometer sounds like a great place to have an apartment. Yeah, Janice. Yeah, I like Morganton. It's a very nice town. It is sad though because they're getting ready for their big touristy season's coming up, and they got all these. They had a St. Patrick's Day bar crawl planned and all that other stuff, and so yeah, I think that's all been canceled. That's right. All right, I'm going to go an hour today. We got another 6 or 7 minutes, and then we can all get back to whatever you were doing. So anyway, yeah, we had Carolyn Zarv Life doing a big video. That was odd. She just does some weird things. She does a video about the virus, and then she's talking about how she made mistakes in the video and said certain things. So rather than just reshooting the video, which was all just talky, she decided to put this preamble on it. An introduction where she corrects herself. Okay, when you watch my video, I'm going to say this, but I didn't mean that. I don't know. Why not just reshoot the video? I do that all the time. I'll shoot a video, then I say the wrong thing and I just reshoot it. So I don't know. That just seemed like odd. Back to static camper van after this. Yeah, that's right. It is interesting now because we do have a whole bunch of the nomads that have gotten off the road permanently, pretty much. And they still have their channels running, and they just get in the car and go to the grocery store and go to the doctor and you do the face peels and stuff. And then we have the other nomads now that are technically still on the road, but nobody's doing anything much. They're all just kind of hunkering down and staying, when in one general area, So I don't know. Again, if states are going to be closing campgrounds, that's going to be very difficult for a lot of nomads, I mean, if you're going to be traveling, how do you know? Every state you got to check and make sure and see if the campgrounds are open. I don't know. I don't know if that's a great idea to be closing campgrounds. I don't know. It seems like a little overkill for me, from my point of view. I think it's a good idea. If people want to get away from society, they should be able to go to a campground and just kind of chill. Wave at me from 6 feet away. I'm Irish. Yeah, Matt. The thing about the fatality rate about this virus is we don't know how many people actually have it. Okay, we know there are confirmed cases, and then if you divide the deaths by how many people actually are confirmed to have it, the fatality rate is rather higher than normal influenza. But I think the cases of it are probably a hell of a lot more than the confirmed cases. Okay, double, triple, quadruple, maybe even more. So if you then add that to the number of people that have passed away from it, gets more in line with the traditional influenza. So, it's again, I think a lot of the media is not making a lot of sense with all these numbers. You just get numbers thrown at you and they scare people. You should do some footage of the store near you. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen so many videos of people walking through their Walmarts and, okay, here's the toilet paper aisle, whatever. I could do that. I thought about doing that the other day, and I just said, no, I just want to get in and out, get my food, get out of there, use my hand sanitizer, and get the heck out. Dr. Camo Cyclops. Michigander man, yeah. It'd be interesting walking around some of the shopping centers and see how many stores are closed too. I don't know. I don't know. They're going to say to shave beards. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm kind of mixed on that. Yeah, the police will force you to shave. They'll shave you. You might, we're taking you into custody until you shave your beard, and then they'll have a barber at the police station that will, Yeah, that's true. Woo through poo. Who through poo. 150 toilet paper makers. Really? There are that many toilet paper makers in the USA? Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of people are just hoarding. Maybe they're thinking they can sell it, If they're going to be out of work for a while, shave and boil you, right? If they think they're going to be out of work for a while, maybe they think I can make some money on the side by selling toilet paper. I don't know. Per square, per little. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. There are 1/3 of the people at my church. They will shut down the services. No more than 50 show. Yeah, again, I think that's another place where anytime where people are congregating, a lot of churches now are doing streaming services, and I know some go on the radio and stuff like that. All right, Michigander Man. Yeah, I'm going to be gone here in a second. Go to Michigander Man 4:30 p.m. Eastern time and check out his stream. Laura. In 2030, what's coming in 2030? There is a legal moonshine distillery in next county, and they toss the first batch when the bottling starts, and then buy small bottles as hand sanitizer. Really? That's a good idea, Grizzly Disc Jockey. Wow. Speaking of radio, I've talked to a lot of people in the Washington radio market, which I do cover for my website, and everybody's scared. They've had a couple cases, couple people at some of the radio stations testing positive. These giant radio corporations will have 5 or 6 stations in one building, so one person tests positive and then they send everybody home. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see all these sports channels too. All these sports networks, they have nothing to run. They're going to be running old stuff. We're going to get to see old baseball games and old NCAA playoff games and, old NBA games. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know. Kentucky Derby, they're talking about canceling that now. Should I stay on the air till noon? I got Scott's 2-ply, a $1 a sheet for a roll of for $9.50. What? I would never. I would just going to jump in the shower and clean up that way rather than pay $9.50 for a roll of TP. That's ridiculous. I like your chats. I didn't come here for drama, and I get by. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Bidet bucket. Bucket bidet. There you go. Somebody ought to do a bucket bidet. Put a hose in it. Kentucky Derby is being okay. I saw something on the news today. The Kentucky Derby is rescheduled for September. Have some cash on hand and batteries. I hope I'm wrong, but at some point, why are we going to lose power count, Yorga? I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. If 85% of the people from this virus recover, they're going to pen plenty of maintenance people out there. I don't think that's a problem at all. That's, again, scaring people. The water's going to go out. The power's going to go out. No. Can't hurt. I mean, if you have a storm or something, always have some batteries around. But I don't think there's going to be it's a viral problem. No. You can always use your old holy socks as TP. That's right. You have rags, right? If you have some old towels or rags or old clothes, don't throw out your old clothes. Use some toilet paper. You could use them as TP, and if it came to it, I guess, right? Yeah. I don't know. Most of the power lines are, it's automated, unless there's a storm that knocks your lines down, most of that stuff just runs automatically, Time to it's a good, yes, there's always a silver lining, right, to every dark cloud, Betty. Use this time to reconnect with your family at home. That's right, if they don't drive you crazy. If mom and dad are working at home and the kids are all at home and the TV's on and everybody's running and screaming and everybody's grumpy because they haven't gotten out to play, it's going to be, it's going to get old real quick. Okay. People are going to go crazy. You can't take them to the movies. You're going to be, how many times can you watch these stupid kiddie movies on the television? Oh my goodness. Henry Hobson. Yeah. Tuesday Live. Yeah, I just thought I'd do something this morning because I'm bored. I'm doing my work and it's raining. I was going to go out and do some errands and get a hike in, but, at the moment, we're having some rain here, and I just thought, oh, well, what the heck? I got to get my lunch. I got some sandwiches I bought a bunch of subs at the Walmart, so that's my lunch for today. I would like to go over to the burrito place and get a burrito and just take it home. I'll probably, if it's raining, I'll probably do it tomorrow. But I'm good. And when you buy these, subs, you got to eat them eventually. So I don't want to get them too old. So I think I'll do that. Take a deep breath and hit the reset button. That's right. I still hope I'll be able to walk the dogs. Yeah, you're going to have to take your dogs out too, right? My advice to people is just get your exercise. Go out and take a nice walk. Get some fresh air. Don't walk in a crowd, obviously. Wow. Bob's Adventure. Waiting to hear Netflix, Hulu, and cable going to have to raise the rates because everyone is watching television. Well, at least they are all saying that at least cable companies now are saying, if you pay the bill late, they won't hit you with late fees, right? Aren't they nice? I wonder, YouTube's viewership's got to be going up, right? I mean, more and more people at home. YouTube doesn't cost you anything. So I would say more and more people are watching YouTube, I don't know. Go back and binge watch Bald and Bankrupt or Itchy Boots or something like that. If you haven't seen some of those channels, I would, Itchy Boots is a lady from the Netherlands that rides her motorcycle all over the world. She did a whole big trek last year all the way across Asia and Saudi Arabia and stuff. Check that out if you haven't, you binge watch her videos. She's got hundreds of them up there. Go binge watch Bald and Bankrupt. He loves to do explorations like in Eastern Europe and goes all over the world too. So he had really great channels. If you haven't watched him, that'd be something good to binge watch if you're just completely bored and the kids are driving you nuts. Bill Gates is behind it. Yeah, right. Everyone watches YouTube now, more eyeballs. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, my subs are up, but the revenue's not so great because, the advertisers. Yeah, if advertisers are, more people watching your YouTube videos are great, but if the advertising that YouTube is selling is not doing well because the economy's in recession and the stock market's collapsing, we're not going to be sitting here making a ton of money. Anyway. All right, folks, I think I'm going to pull the plug on this. Thank you so much for watching. We're just over an hour now. I may do another one of these in a couple of days if I'm really bored or whatever. It looks like the rain is ebbing, so I may get out and get a walk in anyway. Read the 1981 book, Dean Koontz, The Eyes of Darkness. Yes, I've been hearing, people have been telling me about that, about how he predicted a virus from China for like 2020. I saw that. Yeah, we got the message, Laura. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. Lip Davis 13, waiting for the Waltons to come on me at TV. Watch all your old reruns. Oh man, Me TV and Antenna TV and Get TV and all those channels. Yeah, well, anyway, you all have a good day. And again, chill out. Just take your, just be safe. Hand sanitizer. Stay clean. Take a shower a couple times a day. Don't worry about toilet paper. I don't know. Read the Bible. Yeah, if the Bible makes you feel comfortable, read the Bible. I don't know. All right, folks, and learn to love one another, but don't get too close. That's right. Eileen, yeah, nice everybody. No fear to trek. Everybody, you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Vlog under.